Hey, welcome back. It's Module 2, which focuses on how to prevent yourself from the pitfalls that come with starting something new. When defining classroom management, there are 5 factors that come into play in the classroom. The first one is intrinsic teacher-student relationships. In the course for teachers, I explain how they can build genuine relationships with the students that isn't based on bribery or punishment, but rather on a truly positive working relationship between the teacher and the students. The second aspect is how the teacher creates positive experiences when speaking to parents. The third part, consistency, is about how well the teacher is sticking to the classroom management system. The fourth part, schoolwork appeal, explores how to make class interesting. You might be thinking that the things I just mentioned are the teacher's responsibility, but at the end of the day, the consequences of their success or lack thereof fall directly on you. And this is why the last part, teacher-admin relationships, is your main focus. The way that you focus on teacher-admin relationships is through those meetings and check-ins that we discussed in Module 1. Those are going to help you get a picture about how well the teacher is implementing the principles of intrinsic teacher-student relationships, teacher-parent relationships, consistency, and schoolwork appeal. You may need to get further involved with these other 4 aspects, and when you write a checklist of topics to cover in those weekly staff meetings, those are the 4 points to discuss. That's your framework. The teacher will tell you if he or she needs help with relationship building, retaining authority, and making class an irresistible place to be. The pitfalls are going to be your own guidelines for how you handle teacher-admin relationships. Ensure that you're supporting the teacher properly. Not only should you have the meetings, but create action plans based on the issues that were brought up in the meetings and help to find solutions. Make sure your teachers have bought into the program. Never force it on them, never make it mandatory. According to the adult learning theory, adults learn and integrate things that they find value in. So instead of telling them what to do, show them what to do. Show them why they stand to benefit from adopting this research-backed method. This is done much in the same way that a teacher shows the students how awesome having a great classroom experience is. Instead of commanding obedience, the teacher will do much better by getting the kids on board. Similar idea here. Use the first worksheet attached below the video as a framework for your meetings. I'm going to zoom in on teacher buy-in for a second. In the same way that having willing students makes a teacher's job so much easier, your job will be so much easier the better you are at addressing and respecting resistance. If a teacher's reaction to the system is not, yes, then you have to find out why. I found the most helpful guidance to be from those who challenged what I was doing. So let's troubleshoot. Common reasons why a teacher might not want to adopt a new method. Maybe it's because they're a veteran teacher and don't want to be told what to do. Now, first of all, if you have veteran teachers, they're amazing resources. So let them know that you look to them for advice about various topics. When they feel recognized for their seniority and their experience, they'll be much more likely to be open to your ideas and suggestions. Additionally, teachers might feel that their own classroom management system is working just fine for them. And if it is, the best thing you can do here is just let them carry on if it's working. Remember, your goal is to make classroom management work. If it truly is working in that classroom, there should be no problem with what that teacher's using if it's a different system, as long as you know exactly what that is and what role the teacher expects you to play in it. Another teacher who might give you resistance is a teacher who's skeptical of the program. This teacher may want to sit and watch it and see if it works in other classrooms first. Allow this, but subtly guide the teacher to share his or her observations with you. Do they like what they see? What do they want adjusted? Do what you can to get the teacher on board. Another type of teacher is a teacher who's toxic and resistant, even though their system is failing. Try speaking to them and see if they can share their hesitations with you to this new program in a mature way. Let them know that you want to work with them, and guess what? If they actively resist any intervention and their class is falling apart, That's not really the type of person you want to have in your building. Having someone like that around pulls down the atmosphere for everyone in the room. Use the second worksheet, which is a full SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Doing the worksheet is going to guide you as you brainstorm ways to deal with challenging teachers. Now let's delve a bit deeper into something I mentioned in the first module. Remember how I said that one of your best ways to keep positions filled is to make the teacher's job enjoyable? Well, here's how you do that. Now you might be thinking, it's great that you're focusing on the teachers who are already here, but I have 5 positions that need to be filled. Yes, you do have 5 positions that need to be filled, and that problem is not going to go away overnight. But if you retain everyone that you currently have, your problem won't get any worse. And when you find new teachers, and eventually you will, you'll use these principles to keep them, and over time your teacher shortage problem will decrease. So let's look at how you make teaching in your school as fulfilling as can be. You want to help your teachers figure out what makes them excited to teach. What subjects are they passionate about? What are their strengths? Help them recognize what they excel at. The second thing is that you want your teachers to know what fulfillment means to them. Does that mean that they've built relationships with challenging students, brought up struggling students' grades? Help that teacher define that goal of what he or she wants to feel, and help them achieve that fulfillment as best as you can. Make the teachers excited to see progress. By highlighting their progress and pointing out all the things you see them doing well, they will be so excited to continue pleasing you and their students. Get your teachers fired up to accomplish. The same way they want their students to enjoy the intrinsic sweetness of accomplishment in the classroom, teachers need to have that desire to accomplish burning inside of themselves too. There's nothing more painful than seeing a teacher who's satisfied with being mediocre. Use the third worksheet as your cheat sheet for building rapport with teachers. With that, we've finished Module 2.